This day, last year, November the 6th, 2024, we lost Candyman. He may have whispered from the shadows, but Tony Todd left a legacy that roars. 1 year gone, and still the echo remains. Rest in paradise. Tony Todd, you will never be forgotten. This day last year, remembering Tony Todd. 1 year ago, today, the horror world lost one of its most iconic voices. Tony Todd, the man whose deep, resonant tone haunted generations, passed away on November 6, 2024, at the age of 69. His death marked the end of a 4-decade career that redefined fear, mystery, and cinematic gravitas. Born Anthony Tiran. Todd, on December 4, 1954, in Washington, D.C., Tony grew up in Hartford, Connecticut, where his passion for acting took root. He studied at the University of Connecticut and later at the Eugene O'Neill National Theater Institute, sharpening the craft that would make him a legend. His screen debut was in 1986 when he played Barrington Rutley III in Sleepwalk, an American fantasy drama film directed by Sarah Driver and starring Suzanne Fletcher. He played Sergeant Warren in Platoon, a 1986 American war film written and directed by Oliver Stone, starring Tom Berenger, Willem Dafoe, and Charlie Sheen. Tony Todd's breakthrough came in 1992 when he embodied the terrifying yet tragic figure of Candyman in the cult horror classic. With bees crawling from his mouth and a hook for a hand, Todd didn't just play a monster, he gave him soul. Over the course of filming, Todd was stung 23 times and had negotiated a clause in his contract to be paid $1,000 per sting, earning him $23,000 for enduring the stings. That role earned him nominations from the Critics' Choice and Fangoria Chainsaw Awards and cemented his place in horror history. But his range extended far beyond Candyman. Tony Todd wasn't just a horror icon, he was a sci-fi chameleon. He portrayed multiple characters across the Star Trek universe, each one distinct and unforgettable. He played Kern, Worf's brother, in Star Trek, The Next Generation, and Deep Space Nine. He embodied an adult Jake Sisko in the fan-favorite episode The Visitor, delivering one of the franchise's most emotionally resonant performances. He also appeared as an Alpha Hierogen in Voyager's Prey, showcasing his range beneath heavy prosthetics and alien dialects. And he didn't stop there. In 2017, Todd returned to the Star Trek universe as General Rodek in the MMORPG Star Trek Online, lending his voice and gravitas to a new generation of fans. Across decades and galaxies, Tony Todd proved that his presence could elevate any role, human or otherwise. He played William Bloodworth, the enigmatic funeral director in the Final Destination franchise, appearing in nearly every installment from 2000 to 2025. His presence was always a signal. Death was near, and Todd's voice was its messenger. When Todd signed on to film Final Destination Bloodlines in 2023, he secretly let the producers know that he had terminal stomach cancer. He appears notably gaunt in the film compared to prior appearances. During filming in early 2024, they elected to allow Todd to improvise the last lines of his character Mr. Bloodworth so he could give a proper goodbye to audiences. Life is precious. Enjoy every single second. You never know when. Good luck.
I intend to enjoy the time I have left, and I suggest that you do the same. Life is precious. Enjoy every single second. You never know when. Good luck.
Final Destination. Bloodlines, released posthumously in 2025, featuring his final words to fans, a haunting and heartfelt farewell that echoed the themes of fate and mortality he explored throughout his career. That was his final performance. Good luck. His filmography is vast and varied, from Platoon in 1986 to The Crow in 1994, The Rock in 1996, Wishmaster in 1997. Hatchet in 2006 and The Man from Earth in 2007. Todd brought depth and dignity to every role. He also voiced characters in video games and animated series, his unmistakable tone becoming a signature across mediums. Tony Todd died at his home in Marina del Rey, California, after a private battle with cancer. His family confirmed the cause of death, and tributes poured in from across the entertainment industry. New Line Cinema, the studio behind Final Destination, posted, "The industry has lost a legend. We have lost a cherished friend. Rest in peace, Tony." He was known for his professionalism, generosity, and commitment to his craft. In interviews, he spoke passionately about the importance of representation in horror and the power of storytelling to confront societal fears. Tony Todd wasn't just an actor, he was a presence, a force, a voice that could chill your spine and stir your soul. 1 year later, his legacy lives on in every whispered legend, every flickering screen, and every shadow that moves just a little too slowly. Todd is survived by his wife, Fatima Cortez, whom he married in 1986, and their children Ariana and Alexander. On this day last year, November the 6th, 2024, we lost Candyman. He may have whispered from the shadows, but Tony Todd left a legacy that roars. 1 year gone, and still the echo remains. Rest in paradise. Tony Todd, you will never be forgotten.